Humans regenerate using stem cells that come from the womb. So when we were developing in the womb, we were only stem cells. When we were born, we had extra stem cells. Mangiferin protects your stem cells. All right, it's kind of like a little shield around the stem cells because all these other forces might be weakened.
Meet Dr. William Li, a world-renowned medical doctor and researcher with Harvard training. Dr. Li is also a New York Times best-selling author, celebrated for his book, Eat to Beat Disease, The New Science of How Your Body Can Heal Itself. Recently, he released another insightful book titled Eat to Beat Your Diet, Burn Fat, Heal Your Metabolism, and Live Longer. The fruit.
Mango. All right. I love mangoes. I love a really sweet mango. Mangoes are a great source of dietary fiber, and they actually have a bioactive called mangiferin. All right.
How it protects stem cell and regrow.
Now, mangiferin helps stem cells protect themselves, and you want stem cells to be protected in order to be able to help them do all they can do. Now, when do stem cells get injured or assaulted where you need to protect them? Turns out that if you have too much sugar in the bloodstream, now admittedly mangoes are pretty sweet, but if you have hyperglycemia, so this is people with diabetes or prediabetes, the super high sugary blood content actually stuns stem cells. Super high salt content stuns stem cells. Mangiferin can protect against that. And the other thing that injures stem cells or stuns stem cells, cigarette smoke, primary cigarette smoke, secondary smoke, actually will stun your stem cells. And drinking alcohol is really, really bad for your stem cells. And so is super high blood lipids or cholesterol in your bloodstream. That also stuns your stem cells. Look, I talked about a lot of situations you can stun your stem cells. That's why I brought up mangoes, because mangiferin protects your stem cells. All right, it's kind of like a little shield around the stem cells because all these other forces might be weakening them. So I mentioned mango also has a good source of dietary fiber. Dietary fiber, good for gut health, the gut microbiome, 39 trillion bacteria, a lot of them in your gut, lower part of the gut, the colon. And mangoes, by having dietary fiber, we're feeding our healthy gut bacteria too. When we feed our healthy gut bacteria, they actually release substances called short-chain fatty acids that lower inflammation. They boost our immune system. They help us heal, all right, as well. And this is research I've done at MIT looking at, the impact of gut bacteria and gut health in wound healing. And you can even double the rate of wound healing with the right probiotics to actually help to prompt the gut microbiome to be able to do the right thing. It's quite amazing.
Start with your gut. Mangoes have a surprising amount of fiber for something that tastes this sweet. And that fiber is basically food for the good bacteria living in your gut. Feed those bacteria well, and you tend to see less inflammation and a stronger immune response, which matters more than people realize, because a huge chunk of your immune system is actually sitting right there in your gut lining. And a calmer, less inflamed body is a better environment for your stem cells to do their job. Then there's the protection angle. Mangoes packed with polyphenols plant compounds that seem to act like a shield, guarding your stem cells against the stuff that wears them down day to day. Blood sugar spikes, pollution, that constant low-grade damage life throws at your cells. Researchers actually call this kind of wear chronic assault, and it's thought to be one of the reasons your stem cell reserves decline as you age. How to eat it and prepare it.
Let's see, what can I tell you about mangoes that I like to do with mangoes? Well, of course, I love to eat just sliced ripe mango. Okay, and you can even cook with green mango. Take a look at some Thai dishes with green mango. You can make a smoothie. You can make a shake out of a mango. What I would tell you is if you're going to use mango in a smoothie or shake, be very careful because it does have a lot of sugar, and you can actually make a pretty tall glass with a bunch of mangoes in it, and that's a lot of the big sugar load. So I prefer to recommend that you actually eat sliced ripe fruit. Make sure it's ripe. The mango gives a little bit. That's actually the best way to actually have it. If you cooked chicken, for example, and if you do eat chicken, I encourage you to eat the thigh because chicken thigh contains vitamin K2. That's a bioactive that's actually been shown to cut off the blood supply to tumors. Okay. Also lower the overall incidence of heart cardiovascular disease as well. But you can actually cook chicken thighs, for example, with some veggies, but you can actually add sliced mango to it as well. That's kind of a Thai dish. All right. If you want to look into it further for a recipe, just go to Google, type mango and chicken and Thai and recipe, hit search, click on the video, and you'll find somebody showing you exactly how to do it, and then they'll give you the recipe as well. So I love mango. It's a really a delicious tropical fruit with rangiferin in it. All right.
Mango can be a healthy part of your diet, but it's not a substitute for medical treatment. So if you have cancer, diabetes, or any serious health condition, it's always best to follow your doctor's advice first.